of council present, DCM Mcele, fellow ward citizens, colleagues, friends, learners present, parents present. It is my greatest honor to welcome you all today. This is home now. This is the mayor's second home. I was just showing him a site where he's going to build his house when we were standing there. So this will be his second home. Siyajabula kakhulu ukuthi namhlanje sihanjelwe ubuholi ucitizen number 1 womkhandlu wethu ubaba uMbimbi. Siyanamukela ke nonke, sicela nizizwe nisekhaya kulomcimbi obaluleke kangaka okuzovula lesikhungo. Kuthina njengomphakathi wase Ward 38 ngesingisi bayake bathi we are over the moon. I had to stop abantu abebethi bafuna ukuza because I know ukuthi space is limited. Abantu abebefuna ukuza la bezokhombisa iappreciation yabo kuba mayor ngokuthi sakhelo lesikhungo esizovulwa namhlanje. So siyabonga kakhulu baba mayor. He was once a councillor like me many moons ago. He is a leader of the ANC. He was once a leader of the African National Congress at a provincial level in the Youth League. He is former MEC of Transport, Community Safety and Liaison. He is currently our mayor, Ubaba Umbimbi. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ubaba Mayor Umbimbi.
Sanbonani bandabasha vuga mtemusha vuga. Thank you very much, program director ubaba ukhansela uThusi osiholela le ward yase Ward 38, deputy city manager who is present today, Makatini, sibingelele ama heads akhona la phakathi kwethu, ubaba uMavuso eShabalala osiphathela uhlelo. Sibingelele futhi kuma deputy heads akhona phakathi kwethu. Siyambona ubaba uMkhwanazi, sibonge kakhulu from PRC. Si recognize deputy head ku public transport ETA ubaba Mthwadi. Ubaba Mthwadi sibingelele bonke. There is acting head wakwa human capital ubaba uKhabazela. Si recognize ubaba uSithole, who's also the head of the mayoral parlor. We recognize all the senior management present today. Our guests, I see learners and the school principals, educators who are accompanying learners. We also recognize our own employees who are allocated a great task to service the community in this area. We recognize all our distinguished guests. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning once again. Kuyintokozo enkulu kumina njengomeya walomkhandlu omkhulu waseThekwini ukuthi namhlanje ngibe la sizokhuluma nge-service delivery. From the onset, let me express my delight for being part of this joyous occasion of the official opening of Midway Crossing Mall and also our municipal service complex. My delight stems from the fact that last year, in October, we were here to open this multi-million rands Midway Crossing Mall. It is therefore fitting that as we commemorate the Freedom Month, which is April, we have returned to this venue to open a new facility that will bring services closer to our people. Silapha ke namhlanje ngoba sizovula isithabathaba neinhlelo ezahlukahlukene zikamasipala zokudlulisela usizo kubantu bakithi. Lokhu ke sikwenza ngoba sisenyangeni enkululeko. Inyanga yenkululeko esho ukuthi kumele masicelebrate ngezinto ezinhle nangezinto ezimnandi. Izinto ezinhle ke ukuthi sizophendula namhlanje impendulo abantu akade babanazo, imibuzo akade babanayo ukuthi thina ngapha ngakulolu hlangothi lomphakathi siyoze siwathole nama services kamasipala endaweni ehlelekile futhi endaweni engcono. Ngakho ke ikona ke lokhu esikuphendulile. When millions of South Africans stood in long queues on the 27th of April 1994, they were determined to replace the brutal apartheid regime with a government that would represent everyone, regardless of race, political affiliation, or where you live. We are happy to bring government closer to the people. Abantu bamakulayina bade beyovota ngoba enye into ebalekile abantu fanele sibakhumbuze ukuthi mawusuka uvota kusuke kune purpose. Awuvoteli nje ukuthi hayi ngiyofaka uX nje ngoba bonke abantu bawufaka uX. You vote ngoba ama-South Africans anama-aspirations awo, anezinto eziyinjongo nezidingo zawo ukuthi impilo zawo ishintshe zibe ngcono. Ukwenza ke lokho kusho ukuthi mawufaka ivoti lakho kufanele thina njengohulumeni umvotele sikwazi ukuresponda kulawo ma-aspirations, siphendule ukuthi impilo yabantu siyishintsha kanjani ibe ngcono. We are indeed happy that people who live in the surrounding communities will no longer have a travel or walk long distances to access government services. For many years, people living in Richmond Farm, Sianda, Newlands, both Newland East and Newland West, Entuzuma, and other surrounding areas, Westridge, have been complaining about the lack of facilities where they can access government information and services. Khona into ekuthiwa uhulumeni, when we render services to the people, kunenhloso esisuke sinayo. There is a particular objective that we have, and that objective is to change the material conditions of our communities. How do you change material conditions? A person who used to travel a long distance looking for government services, today in these areas, they will just be walking to access these services. So therefore, material conditions have changed. The money that they were supposed to be spending to take public transport to Kwamashu, Kwabesta, beofuna these services, today, leo mali bazoyisave, bazokwazi ukufika emall, bathenge izinto zokugqoka, bathenge izinto ezidliwayo, nabathandanayo bekwazi ukuhlala ema-restaurant, bandise uthando lwabo. Phela mawungamkhiphi umuntu wakho lolo thanda lukho. Fanele umkhiphe nje umuntu wakho nihlale e-restaurant niphole kamnandi, nakhona ningalokho nibiza amakhoki, yabona nibize lama juice nje athe ukuthi niyabona lawo ma juice. Kuthiwa ama cocktail. Kodwa hayi ke lawa nento. The virgins. Hayi lawa nento. Angisendi abantu kulawa nento, nguyimeya phela mina ngifuna abantu bedle lawa nento. Lento ephazamisa imiqondo yabo. mesiphazamisekile imikondo yabo. Yabona lento ukuthi ushaya into enento uthi uyoqeda stress. Let me tell you, i-stress asiqedwa ile yampahla. Le yampahla iyasigqugquzela i-stress. Kahle hle isuke iyakukhumbuza le yampahla mase uyishaya ukuthi uyakhumbula ukuthi unenkinga. Umbona umuntu alenhlezi kahle naye kuhleka kudansa kujatshula. Mase nimbona usuyakhala. Hey bafowethu nginenkinga mina njalo. Hawu. Ngoba lo muntu bethi uqeda sona le stress cause kwabuya sona manje. So ke bantu abama ngiyezwa. Niyamuza ume. Ningaphuza izinto ezidungiwe. Niphuze nje lokho okuqondile. Yeah, kubalekile lokho ngoba akufuneka abantwana sibafake enkingeni. So as a caring and responsive government, we have responded to your cries by opening this complex, which incorporates Sizakala Customer Centre. Sizakala Customer Centre ila khona uthola lonke usizo likamasipala. Ngisho imibuzo nayo, ngisho ukukhokhelwa kwama-services, ngisho kuthiwa kunomnyango ongawuqondi ukuthi uthola ngakuphi noma uhlela kanjani ukukusiza, mawufika ingakho igama lathi Sizakala Centre. That is why those who are working in our Sizakala centers, they must always serve the committee with a good smile. Like the mayor. Ngazi noma sikhona nesmile awuyikho into nesmile sami la. Ayikho ngiyiboni bengizonikhombisa izimali ziba njani. Ushaya nje ismile nje sinesiqanyana. Ismile nje sinesiqanyana ukwenza ukuthi umuntu ozomsiza. When I enter to your office, I must be met with that smile right at the door. Mase ngenile ngaphakathi, the language that is being used should be a language which gives me hope, which restore hope, which restore confidence to the system that indeed when I get out of that door, I'll get help. That's what is expected. And akekho umuntu efana aphume kuloya mnyango senginile in our Sizakala Centre angasizakala. Anginiyalezi igama. Bamavuso leli igama lithi Sizakala. You must get help. So therefore, mangabe uphuma kuleya center ungalitholanga usizo, we now change the entire concept of having this office because you are no longer being helped. So asishintsheni sithi ila ngasizakali khona. Now, what is expected from colleagues who work in these areas? Give them that smile, give them the love, show the passion of work that you are doing and the high level of dedication. So therefore, when we release you from this office, if kukhona usizo bengeza ukulithola la ekhaya, we must redirect you to the right place. But you don't just make a reference. I hamba ke uye kwa best, hamba kuye somewhere. No. You as an employee, you use the municipal phone, you call a person on that site, you inform the person, I'm sending somebody to come to your place and this is the service that this person is looking for, and I will make a follow-up after I've sent this individual. Was this individual assisted or not? That's how government must work. Hayi lento uthi ufike emahhovisini kahulumeni oqala ufika umuntu nje ohlinile. Uthi ungena nje emahhovisini umuntu ukuhlinela awazi ebeyixabanele nabantu basekhaya ebusuku. Kwangazwana ebusuku ekhaya usezohlinela mina ngingene njalo thina kuzwananga ebusuku futhi I'm not even aware ukuthi konke kamphazamisa ebusuku. Yeah, singasiza kanje. Hayi no ngizofuna usizo kanje. Ya pho ubani okutshenile ukuthi lento enziwa la awazi ni lento enziwa somewhere awufanele ningabuye eFlorence Mkhize. Then that is not Sizakala Centre. So I'm appealing to our employees, our colleagues, that when you are there, please serve them with love that they deserve. And I must remind you, as our colleagues, that our payment on monthly basis, especially on the 25th, I don't know our payments that gets to our account on the 25th of each and every month, it comes from the public. So treat them as your bosses. When you deal with them, don't look down at them and think that these are just old people. Those are your bosses. Those are the people one day who may decide not to pay you. So that's an appeal we are making, that this is our office that in all our offices. Then the next facility that we have is called Human Capital Center of Excellence. Human Capital Center of Excellence. Likhulu leli gama niyalizwa. Futhi lifuna sengathi nje ngalokho ulifunda kakhulu before ulisho. Ngoba uma ulisho nje endleleni nizosuka ulibhimbe phakathi nendawo. This Center of Excellence, it is designed especially to be responsive to the youth aspirations. Abantu abasha into abayifuna bafuna amathuba omsebenzi. Abantu abasha into abayifuna bafuna amathuba amabhizinisi. Abantu besifazane into abayifuna amathuba amabhizinisi, amathuba omsebenzi. Abantu abakhubazekile bafuna amathuba omsebenzi, bafuna amathuba amabhizinisi. So umuntu osebenza lapha naye akalethe lesa smile. If kufanele senze i-workshop ye-smile, we must do that. Mhlambe makhona umuntu ongathi hayi manje umeya ngimazi uthini uthi kusmile kanjani. Kufanele nje leadership administration kwenze i-workshop ye-smile. Ngoba I can tell you nginganibhitha nge-smile. So what is important kule Center of Excellence, we want to go beyond you applying for a job, but we want to convert you when you enter in that house, in that office, to convert you to become an innovator rather than a person who's looking for a job. That is our responsibility. So when you enter to this office, we must convert you. With your skills, with your capacity, with your capabilities, how can you then become a generator of employment? So those who work in these centers, they must know that. Asinithumelanga ukuthi niyokhombisa abantu ukuthi cishizwa kanjani icomputer kuphela kulama center. Lama centers should advance in terms of services, should reach out to communities and attract people and market this center so that people can come to this center and make maximum benefit of this center. Yabona ke ukuvula ibhizinisi eSouth Africa kuyinto enezitepe ezininganyana. Kodwa mawusungene kule center uzobona sengathi into nje within 5 minutes ongayenza uyiqede, because this center must capacitate you just to press the button how to open a business, how to develop a business plan. And i-computer imane kutshena yonke leyo nto. Yazi i-computer isadingi lokhu hamba ubuza umuntu noma uyofuna i-consultant. I-computer imane kutshena step 1 do this, step 2 do this, step 3 do that. So that's what we need. So and the fourth industrial revolution, nakuba sashaya phansi ke thina basihamba nge4th, abanye sebethe uthi xaxa basilide impela khona ba advance ayo manje bako 6 baya kwa 7, thina sekwi4th industrial revolution. So we must make use of this opportunity. It is an opportunity. It is not something which is brought to remove people from employment, but it is there to complement people to do their work in a manner that is effective and efficient. So that's what is meant by this. So no one must run away from this and say, leyo nto izoqeda amathuba omsebenzi. Nami nje ngingakayilandeli kahle, ngike ngaba nayo inkinga ngena kwenye indawo, ngeke kuzothiwa ngiya-advertise, ngeke ngisisho isitolo igama laso. Kodwa niyasazi nini esinamabheka. Ngangena kusona, kwathiwa akusayiwa laphana ko-hotel. Manu emshinini lapho ufika ushaya ngathi ngiyacela mina ngedwa. Mina ngicela nje ungaqedi imisebenzi yezingane zami ngoba mina ngiyimeya. So mase ngizoqeda imisebenzi yezingane zami lezi efana abizona ezingisevayo lapha ngimane ngishaya ibhathini ngikhulume nomshini la, ngiyacela ungakhulumi nomshini ngoba I want to raise a need which we must balance the two as much as ikhona imshini, but akubebe khona nabasevayo. So that singayishade imisebenzi away. Kodwa ngeke besaba abaningi nje bade bebaningi begcwala lapha kwi front desk sebezoba mbalo. Kodwa at least laba basasele there must be a utilization of that personnel, including the banks. Kahle hle makuthiwa sihamba nge-technology akekho umuntu efana abusa ebhank. Akekho umuntu esafana abe kusawumiya amakhiwa ebhank nje uye ebhank uthi ngiyofuna imali yami ebhank. Kube kuthiwa sihamba nge-technology sekuwukuthi nithatha ifoni yakho, your smartphone, udile nezinto zakho utransfer wenze konke ukhokhe wenze konke, so there is no longer a need. Kodwa because we still need to protect those employments. Imeya yini isaye ebank. Ngisaye ebank. Futhi bafike bebona ukuthi ayimele. Mangene bayabona ukuthi imeya ngazi babona ngani kodwa ngeke ngizwe sebesho, "How Mr. Mayor?" Nami ngithi ya yimi impela lo. Mase beyangiseva kodwa abangisave ngoba ngu Mr. Mayor, abangiseva ngoba ngine contract nebank lami. Angithi yabo? So fanele bengiseve njengokwe contract. Nakhona kufanele bethathe iposition engikuyona mase bethi agudluka abantu ko line. Fanele bethathe ukuthi nginayiphi facility mina ebank engenza ngithole yiphi uhlobo lweservice, then mase beyangisavisa. Abangazi abaningi beni bayazi ukuthi njengemeya ngisho kuthiwa kuyadliwa. Lento yokuthi ngiyimeya ngiyisebenzisi ngimane ngithi ngena la. Isisu asikaze sibe ne protocol. Angaze ngibone mina isisu sine protocol. Kuthiwa lokudla lufanele kudliwe umeya kuqala, lokhu sekufanele kulandela abanye emva kwameya. There's no such. Siyalingana sonke. So these are the centers that will be changing the lives. Bab Council, make sure that in each and every public meeting of your ward and other councillors around this area, let's make sure we preach this gospel. People must come here and utilize these services. They are for free. But when we say they are free, these services, we do not imply that there is no budget that has been put in place to ensure that the community access these services. There is budget, we employ people to serve the community, we pay for water, we pay for electricity in these facilities, we pay for everything that we must be paying for to make sure that the community do access these services. After that, sine library in this facility, not just the library yangampela esezingeni lokuba ilibrary yomphakathi walendawo. Ngoba sometimes we always think that mawuya ngasendaweni ekuhlala kuzona abantu bakithi yonke into yakho nakube umcacamezelo. Angazi noma nalazi igama lomcacamezelo. Shuthi angabi iservice equality. Akube nje into ekuthiwa agcina icala. Ayibawubona nabo kube ne library kodwa ukuthi nani lo library is fine bazoyibonela nabo vese bona bakulela zinga. Here in this municipality we are all equal. Akekho umuntu efana athola iservice engaphansi komunye. Hence we went to Amawudi sakhi library entsha eMawudi ngakithi. Sakhi library entsha ebize 24 million. The state of the art library eMawudi kwi informal settlement. Omunye wenga agwisha athi no, why are you investing 24 million eMawudi? EMawudi kwi informal settlement. But the fact of the matter is abantu baseMawudi ivoti labo liyalingana nabantu base Durban North nabantu baseMhlanga mase lingene eboxini. Alikaze libe namahluko ukuthi leli laseMawudi, leli laseMhlanga, leli lase Durban North, we are all equal. Now, sine facility ke after a library ega Go Durban. As a government, we carry a responsibility to provide public transport, which is safe, affordable, efficient, reliable. That public transport should serve the community of eThekwini. And that system should be integrated to other transport modes. With all other transport modes. Okushut mawuza kule mall. Asikasifaki ke stimela la. Kodwa sesifakile Bridge City. So mawuye Bridge City uyangena ngestimela. Wehlike station. Istation sesezingeni international. Angazi noma nangena eBridge City. Not istation to lesi sakwa Mash nasenanda nasentuzuma. Istation which is at a international level. Mawungafuna ukugibela istimela ungena ngebus. Ibhasi ingena lapha ngaphansi ingene rank. Mawungafuna ukugibela ibhasi ungena ngetekisi. Mawungafuna ukugibela itekisi ungena nge-e-hailing services. Niyazi e-hailing services? Uber. Ninginizwe ngo-Uber. Obani labanye mayizothi ngi-advertise u-Uber, o Taxify, o Your Taxi. Khona nalinye igama lelo ubani uBox, ubani uBolt. Yeah. So all those services, We are now in a process to finalize their legislation so that they get legislated as to how they are going to operate in South Africa, so that you don't just have them flooding the entire city. La nje eThekwini bangaphezulu ka 5 million manje bagcwele ziyaphithizela lezimo. So you need to stage and conduct what is called a feasibility study of public transport, which will also show you how many facilities do you have. In those facilities, how many people you can accommodate in your public space, so that whatever transport system you apply, that transport system is able to respond to the needs and aspirations of South Africans. So, Go Durban, go. So it must now go live. It can't just remain go here in the offices. So it's go Durban, it's go Durban. It's not about sitting Durban, no. It's about go Durban. Now the city has invested more than 700 million for the construction of infrastructure, more than 359 million for the construction of infrastructure in line with our radical socio-economic transformation program. We insisted as well that local suppliers benefit during the construction phase of this project. As a result, some of the services were sourced from local suppliers. But with all the facilities I've spoken about, we invested more than 700 million rands to make sure these facilities, library, Center of Excellence, your Go Durban, Sizakala Centre, we put your money there. When I say we have invested, I'm talking on your behalf, because who constitute the municipality is the community, is the councillors, it's all other stakeholders who are here in eThekwini. So I'm talking on your behalf. So there's nothing, once we deliver a service, there's nothing that must be referred to as a municipal building. There's no such. It's a community facility. So therefore the committee must take ownership of these facilities. So we want to convey our profound gratitude to the developers of this mall for allowing us to use this space to provide much needed government services to the community. This demonstrates that if we continue to work together as business, government, and communities, we can change the lives of our people for the better. Ladies and gentlemen, the Human Capital Center of Excellence that will be housed in this complex, is integrated to our plans to make eThekwini a globally competitive smart city using access to information technology services that we are bringing closer to the people as a catalyst. This facility, which is equipped with computers and free Wi-Fi, will enable those looking for a job, looking for business opportunities, as well those who are looking for the jobs to write their CVs, those who are looking for businesses, also to write their proposals, those who are students to deal with their own work from school and from universities, and students seeking funding for their studies to apply for bursaries in a user-friendly environment. More importantly, learners can also use this facility for school projects if the center is not fully occupied. Through this initiative, people will now easily access useful information and business opportunities without traveling a long distance. Apart from the Human Center of Excellence, the city has commissioned 828 Wi-Fi hotspots in 314 sites, and our goal is to have 3 sites per ward. We have no doubt that this will go a long way in closing the digital divide and ensuring that no one is left behind the 4th industrial revolution. Ngiyengiboneke noma ngidlula ko best la sidedela khona free Wi-Fi. Ngaye ngadlula ngelilanga kumgqibelo ngibona abantu abaningi ngoba sesahlale sicabanga ama public protest. Ngani mangibona abantu begcwele eduze kwalapha kwi center yethu lapha kwa best ngathi how I public protest engaka. Ngase ngamisa imoto atake ngoba bezobakhala ngani. Mangifika lapha akekho khalayo. Ngizwa nje umunye ukhuluma kamnandi, hawu ngiyakuthanda sithandwa sami. Wow. Omunye ngimuzwe ethi hawu nizwile kodwa kunomshado kwabani ehlobeni sethu eScoop nenda. So we are creating family linkages. Abantu sebeyakwazi namhlanje ukuconversa because this government is giving people free data. Abantu bekwazi ukucommunicate. Nanokuzwa nje isihlobo sakho bayaphila yini khona inoshonile usheshe udlilisa umyalezo ekhaya esihlotsheni sethu le kwaNongoma noma le eharding khona okwenzakalile. Kodwa ngiyithandela nje le apart leyo ukuthi abantu bengagcini bengacommunicate kuze ngene unumber 3. Ngiyithandela nje le apart ukuthi abantu ababini abacommunicate ngaze kuzobe khona ongena phakathi kwabo. So when you create that, kahle hle lento esifuna ukuyenza yokuthi we restore family values izosizakala ngenxa lento. We must restore family values. We must build strong family structures, because those family structures, they are a mirror to the society you seek to build. They are a mirror to the society you seek to build. If usifuna ukwakha society abantu abaluthayo, if nje sifuna ukwakha society nje abantu abazothi kuyaphilwa ngokulutha, so mawungasebenzi fanele manje uze ungena la eMidway Mall udle yonke into yakwa Shoprite, uthathe yonke into nama furniture shop, uthathe zonke izinto ezifunayo, then ke we'll have that society. But angazi how sustainable is that society. So now it's important that we build these strong family structures, because all the social ills that we recognize in the society, they are as a result of the broken family structures. Kahle hle ngaba akekho umuntu obamba inkunzi kube kuthiwa a particular family made it a point that lo mntwana ukhula ngendlela efanele. Masithi umntwana ukhula ngendlela efanele, don't distort umeya. Akasho umeya fanele lo mntwana akhule ekhaya elirich. Kodwa sonke sikhule emakhaya la kade ngingadliwa khona lutho, kwesikhathi kuyekulala engingadliwe, kwesinye isikhathi masibaxoxela abanye bake bengasikholwa thina sesibadala ukuthi into ekuthiwa iNorox siqala ukuyazi late because of affordability. iNorox nje bekumane kuthelwa amanzi, kushaya usawoti, amazambane zishe. So into ekuthiwa nje iNorox ukuyi-afforda kwifamily la sivela khona, baningi abanjengami akusimina ngedwa. Kodwa lokho did not determine ukuthi asibe abantu abanjani, because your socio-economic conditions should not drive the posture that you must take in life, but it should prepare you to become somebody better in life. Isimo sasekhaya ukuthi sibi kulala ngingadliwe, kwesinye isikhathi ugqoka ibhluku elidabukile, abanye bethu sasize senziwe amahlaya nasezikoleni, sifaka amashethi amhlophe la ahambe ethunga ngokoti nobomvu, green, no purple, nonjani uzo beze bephambana okoti nakhona, ngoba ufike wacela umama la wangaphelela kwamakhelwana, wacela komunye umakhelwana ngaphela wacela nakomunye umakhelwana, ishethi lakho ke ligcine selilihle nembala eminingi. But that did not make us criminals. Instead, that was part of the things and the factors that influence in our life for us to develop something called resilience. Resilience. Because your socio-economic conditions, they mustn't turn you into something else, but they should prepare you. So we need to develop resilience so that they do not enter into your life. Sindawon. Ayasingashintshwa izimo. Namhlanje isimo sinje, kodwa kusasa sizobe singahleli sinjalo, sizoshintsha. Now, to narrate that, to give a practical example, as a mayor of eThekwini, ngisakhula bengenza ingadi. Ngihamba ngosebenza ingadi, thina ke besikhula ke le group yethu noma le generation yethu knew ukuthi life is not easy. Futhi nami ngalicommit leli phutha elikhonyithwa abantu abasha lokuthola ingane ngisafunda. So therefore I carried a responsibility yokuthi le ngane ayingondliwa abazali bami. Angiphume njalo ngemigqibelo nangamasonto ngiyofuna amatoho. And lawo matoho wawukwenza ingadi eindaweni zabamhlophe. Mina ke la ingadi engangenza khona, niyabona le kuthiwa iShaka Marine? Niyakwazi iShaka Marine? kwakhona imizi lapho singakadevelop le facility kwakunemizi lapho. So manifuna ukwazi baba meya wayitokhozaphi wayitokhoze eShaka Marine. Kungakakhiwa iShaka Marine kwakunomuzi lapho engangenza kona ingadi every Saturday and Sunday. Now this is a good story to tell. Ngenza ingadi babukhansela lapho eShaka Marine. Kodwa kwahamba ngazoba ikhansela eThekwini. Ngazoba ingxenye yokuconceptualize ukwakhiwa kweShaka Marine. Angazi noma nesizwa nestory. Ngenze ingadi eShaka la kuneShaka Marine namhlanje. Kodwa kwahamba ngazoba ikhansela lokuconceptualize ukwakhiwa kweShaka Marine. Mase yakhiwa iShaka Marine. Yakhiwa ke iShaka Marine abakhona nakuba sasinama debate nobaba Mike Sutcliffe. Amanye lawo ma debate thina njengamakhansela avele endaweni lezi esimele umphakathi wakithi ongadli izambane likaPondo. Sathi ya yinhle concept Shaka. Sasathi ke sicela ukubona ke kuyishaka ke lapha. Kanti concept kwakuthi asikompete no Cape Town. Sifaka uShaka kurefer kuShaka ilwane. Thina sama saqonga ukuthi sifuna ukubona ilembe leqamanya amalembe lapha. I want to sabathe uyamotivate ubaba Mike Sutcliffe sathi yima wo. Thina lo Shaka wakho sihlangana lapho no Shaka abadla abantu. Awuthi yayizi thinking. Sithi thina sihlangana lapho no Shaka abadla abantu. Thina lazi ukuthi uShaka into edla abantu. Asazi ukuthi uShaka can bring tourism to the city because abantu bafuna ukubona uphila uhamba uphile eShaka Marine. Abafuni ukubona sewufile sewugwaziwe. Sewuhlinziwe. Bafuna ukubona uphila uhamba lapha eShaka Marine. Njengoba abantu bekhokha imali engaka nje bayikhokhela ukuyobona uShaka uphila. I was convinced kwahlala amakhokha sangaphezulu kwa-10 silokho esimhlasela uMike Sutcliffe. Ayikho lento yakho noShaka bakho into yabelungu leyo Shaka into yabelungu. Hayi kwaze wagcina na umbona ukuthi hayi ufuna ukwehlikela ngezansi. Kodwa waswathi hayi no ningakhathazeki makhansela. Ilembe sizoqamba i-airport ngoba leadership ye-province ithe i-airport ayibizwe ngeKing Shaka Airport. So ngezindlela ningakhathazeki ukuthi ayikho into ezobizwa ngelembe leqamanya amalembe. Hayi sathoba ke lapho. Sathi kanti saqala sehlika-ke. So mase sithobile. Kodwa maniyibona indlela yakhiwe ngayo iShaka Marine, ayinike niye khona. Maniyibona indlela yakhiwe ngayo iShaka Marine inayo iconcept yokuletha our traditional things. Even indlela yakhiwe ngayo umkhonto, indlela idesign yenziwe ngayo because wayezama uku-accommodate lento esasiyifuna ukuthi thina sifuna ukubona ilembe lapha. So that's how the concept then was done. Now, I want to report to you, njengama bosses namhlanje angithi manje sibuyela kulesi simo sasekhaya esibhedayo la behlala khona ku 2 room siba 11 kwifamily yakaKhawunda. Lo 2 room ovuzayo makunethe izulu. uKhawunda wahamba ukwenza ingadi ingakabi khona iShaka Marine waba ikhansela waba ingxenye conceptualize iShaka Marine. Njengamanje uKhawunda uhlale eShaka Marine useyokhuluma njengemeya yemetro eShaka Marine. Kodwa usukele kwenzeni ingadi eShaka Marine namhlanje uyimeya. He can stand tall representing people of eThekwini as a mayor eShaka Marine. So those are good stories to tell. So it shows you that isimo sasekhaya kuba kubisa kwaso angakushintshi indlela yokuphila. Kodwa kunalokho akukufake more umfutho wokuthi wena uzama ukwenza izinto ozobuya ube impendulo ekhaya kini bekwazi ukuphila ngenxa yakho. Ngiyabonga. So as I close, speaking about the importance of education, our founding president and the struggle stalwart, Dr. Nelson Mandela said, and I quote, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. It is through education that the daughter of a peasant can become a doctor, that the child of a farm worker can become the president of a great nation." I close quote. Drawing inspirations from Madiba, we call upon young people, the youth of this community, to take full advantage of these facilities and reach for their dreams. We will also like to urge them to look after it so that it can benefit generations to come. niyeke-ke lento yokuthi noma yini enhle yakhiwa endaweni makhona umuntu okwadinwa into yakhe mhlawumbe usefuna ukukhipha ubabukhansela useyomobhalaza umphakathi asihambeni simane siyoshisa iMidway Mall sesidiniwe samfundi lo khansela okay senimkhiphile ukhansela-ke akakhishwa-ke by the way ngemashi ukhansela khishwa ngevote so uqala nje umuntu mayisho kanjalo ezokumobhalaza ithi asambe siyokhipha ukhansela ngemashi umtshento wena uyayazi idemocracy ayisebenzi kanjalo akakhishwa ngemashi ukhishwa ngevote kodwa manje wozoshisa imall umbuzo konje sizohlomulani masishila imall konje laba abasebenza phakathi emall abaqashiwe abondla imndeni yabo konje mangabe bengesenayo imisebenzi sekusha imall bazophila ngani konje umnotho waseThekwini ngawama kusha imall enkulu njengale affect abantu balendawo kuphela affect idolobha lonke konje wona ama investors azothanda ukufika ezo-invest eThekwini mayesebona kushiswa ama-malls ukwenza ukuthi kukhande kamanye amathuba omsebenzi kube nama-industries amasha afikayo i-answer will be no. So don't join into ongayazi isiphetho sayo. Ask, siyokwenzani? Makuthiwa kuyoshisa, hayi angingeni igame yoshisa. Ngingena igame yokwakha. Akeni ngifunela abazothi asambe siyokwakha kunokushisa. That's what we want. Lastly, we want to assure the people of eThekwini that we are committed to see Go Durban going, particularly the C3 corridor going live. We are confident that the negotiations with the taxi and the bus industry will yield positive results. We still persuade them. Let us look at the bigger picture. Let us not look at who owns the fleet, but let's look at the bigger picture. And this government, eThekwini Municipality, is opening its hand. It says that 51% it should be us as a municipality. 49% we must integrate all these operators from the taxi industry as well as the bus industry. So that's what we are calling for. We are not calling for something big, but we are saying we've got a policy position that we have taken. We can't outsource public transport. That's the policy direction that we are following. We can't outsource public transport. That's the bottom line. So we want to persuade, to request our partners to understand our vision, that we are more than willing to work with them, but within this scope that we think it will benefit all of us. So that's where we want to go. Once again, we want to make a call to all stakeholders and members of the community that we must protect this infrastructure because it belongs to all of us. Let us declare zero tolerance on vandalism and theft of infrastructure. DJ idlala ingoma ngikwazi ukuphumula kahle ngihlale phansi. Siyabonga ukuthi nisilalele, sibonga kakhulu.
Siyabonga baba Mayor, siyabonga Mbimbi, iMayor seyintweni. Without wasting time, I will request our DCM, UDCM for corporate and HR, Ukim Makating, to come and do the vote of thanks. Over to you, Kapash.
Sanbonani. Okwami nje ukudlulisa ukubonga sibonge ubaba Khansela ngokuthi asamukele endaweni yakhe siyabonga baba Khansela uThusi sibonge ngawo nawe baba Mayor ngokuthi usivulele lesi sikhungo sibonge ozakwethu base Go Durban uMr Mtwadi nabalingani bakhe abakhona la sibonge futhi uzakwethu wase omele uParks laba bamele iLibrary la sibonge ozakwethu acting head uReggie Mkhize bona bane Center of Excellence la leyo baba Mayor kade ekhuluma ngayo yama computer sibonge Mr Mavuso uhead wala Sizakala Centre siyabonga baba Mavuso size ngawe la nalaba abanye sibonge nabanye aba-organizile this whole function sibonge nomphakathi sibonge nabasebenzi abakamasipala abenze sure ukuthi yonke into ihlangane kahle namhlanje siyabonga. Thank you.
Baba Mayor siyazi ukuthi uyaphuthuma. Ake size lento esize ngayo ke namhlanje socela ukuthi uMayor ne senior management namakhansela amanye mekhona aphakame and take a left so that we'll go and catch the ribbon Mayor and senior management will go leave the stage. They can go and leave the stage to cast the ribbon, and then AMA students and the public, they can move towards that door so that they can get to experience the facility, the library, and get their food packs. And then it is the end of the program. Thank you very much, guys.
Athatha isinqumo esisha sithi vuka mntu omusha.